Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my fellow co-host, JV. JV, what you telling me first and foremost? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good, yeah. You get what
You
I'm saying?
calmed down since yesterday. I know you was like, you jumped on the watch along we did yesterday and you was very unhappy about the result and the performance
You know
and
what
the
it was?
decisions Ollie's made. Go on, fam.
I wasn't unhappy about the result.
Go on.
You know what? When I wasn't happy about the result,
Yeah.
I wasn't happy that people were getting on certain players and that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And for
Okay.
me, yesterday, that's not on the players.
Okay, we will get into that. First and foremost, like Deco90 says there, hit the like when you arrive, people. Support the ManDem. Big up Deco90, because I was literally just on United Central from 4 till 5, and he was there. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button on your way in to this video. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, it is rolled to 2,000 subscribers. The last ManDem United podcast we did on Tuesday, we had Musa on. So make sure you go check that out, because Musa is very knowledgeable. Easily one of the most knowledgeable footballing people in this YouTubing space. Make sure you check out the watch along as well. Obviously, we do watch alongs for every Manchester United game, and we're probably going to add more. I might start doing more watch alongs for more teams, but I'm just trying to figure out how. But again, I'll say this: make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. If you're watching on the Twitter right now via the Periscope, retweet and like it. And if you're watching on Facebook, like the video and share it. We'll just go through the comments real quick. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Get them likes up. Malcolm says, let's go. He says, big up the ManDem again. Appreciated. Manny says, love. Big up the ManDem. Big up Manny. Make sure you subscribe to Fake Football TV. Well, Manny, good vibes. Now he changed it too. Malcolm says, big up Manny. Yeah, salute to Malcolm. Corey says, big up. Salute to Corey. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm says he's got it with the loss yesterday. Ronique Thomas says, big up. Hey, new face and that. Big up. Big up to all the faces, new and old. We appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. So yeah, man, like I said, hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Roll to 2,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. But okay, super chat already. Salute to Will. You know what I'm saying? I was going to start elsewhere, but we have to go here. Will says Will says United should get Allegri if they sack Ollie. We weren't going to start here, but this is how it goes. You lot dictate the show and where it goes with super chats. Behind Pochettino, Allegri was my second choice. If I remember correctly, when we spoke on this, when we did our top 3 picks, I think it was me, JV, and Saeed. Allegri was his number 1 choice. Allegri was my number 2 choice. And I think he made Saeed's number 3 choice as well. And I was at my dad's at that point, and even my pops was like, Allegri is my number 1 choice. So Allegri is high on the list of everyone. That's still the manager that I would like. And the reason why that is because I don't think United are going to get a better chance of winning this league than it is currently right now. And the only reason we're not being taken seriously is simply because of the manager we have.
Oh, yeah.
We are joint top, people. Listen to this. We are joint top of the league with a game in hand. We have the chance, if the Burnley game does go ahead, to go 3 points clear. Yet our own fans are not taking us seriously, and rival fans are not taking us seriously. The only person in England who actually seems to be taking Manchester United seriously is Klopp, which makes it wild to me. There's nobody else. Klopp's the only one who seems rattled by Manchester United's current form and us being on their necks. Because if I'm Klopp, I'm not worried. I hate to say it, with Ollie in charge, I'm not worried. What's your thoughts on what Will said? Should United get Allegri if they sack Ollie? I say yes, 1,000%.
Yeah, 100. That was, like he said, bro, that was my first choice. He's a certified winner. There's something about Italian managers as well. They're quite pragmatic. They're quite, how can I put it? They know what they want. They know what they're going to do. They have their ways. And you know that when he had a certain amount of, you know what they do? They actually had a certain amount of structure to whatever club they're at.
Yeah.
They tend to like to look into everything and want this way and this that way and this person doing this. And you get what I'm saying? So
I get exactly what you're saying.
For me, I always said he was a better fit than Poch, simply because the whole experience factor.
Okay.
I think the whole Poch thing was a romance thing. You know what I'm saying? The Poch thing was a romance thing. But
I was fully involved. I'm not going to lie.
Not like a thinking with the head thing. because because I
Be
honestly think
careful
I'll
there,
say
fam.
this now.
I'm just saying, don't take that analogy further. That's all I'm saying, innit?
Oh yeah, I get myself mashed up later, innit? Well, yeah.
Don't take it further.
Honestly, I think like see with Poch, it's like it's what you know what I'm saying. It's what looks good and this and that, but what we need right now isn't that. If you look at the last, check this. All right, I'll put it to you like this. Apart from Pep, if you look at the last few league winners, they've been quite. They've not been flamboyant. Do you get what I'm saying? Like flamboyant. Liverpool. It's not flamboyant. It's workmanlike. They will work harder than you and get more than, and then clinical. It's German. That's what it is. It's
German efficiency.
It's very German. Do you get what I mean? There's no overs. There's not really. How can you say that Liverpool could probably beat you 4-0 and there's not a lot of flair? Do you get what I'm saying?
That's true. It's a lot of direct, efficient, Mane, boom, clear out of your feet, cutting top bins. You know what I'm saying?
It's not flair. Man will beat you 4-0 and it's not flair. City have more flair. Do you get what I'm saying?
City will beat you with flair. They'll look pretty while they do it. Yeah. And we're not saying Liverpool can't, but I get what JV's saying. For the most part,
Liverpool can, but it's just not their way. You get what I'm saying? If Man wanted to start operating like that, they could, but it's just not their way. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's where I stay with that. But in terms of Allegri, back to the point, I think he's the only thing though I would say with Allegri is he's not going to come this season. We know that. So then by the time he comes, he doesn't have with this monopoly of how the league is this season. Someone like Allegri in this season, a seasoned operator, gets us to where we want to be.
Yes.
You get like we're probably flying with someone like an Allegri type. Do you get what I mean? So, because number one is sort out the defense. Number one, whoever really don't like defense, that's Italian football, isn't it? They literally start from defense and then work forward. Do you get what I'm saying? So, if you really
I do that on Football Manager, but go on, continue. That's how I start when I start teams. That's how I'm a goalkeeper in defense first. That's nuts, but I'm pragmatic.
Yeah. No,
I'm a pragmatic manager. It's nuts.
You look for the weak spots, and then more time. Everyone's got a weak spot in defense, if that makes sense, or someone who could be improved on. Yeah. Even in the best team, even look at Liverpool, they need another. Really and truly, if Liverpool get another centre back to run next to Van Dijk, do you get what I'm saying? So that's how these more experienced managers approach things. It's like if you look at Pep, his first season, he gave everyone a chance. Said, right, okay, that didn't work. 250 mil, Edison, boom, defenders sorted, boom, I'm in the league. Do you get what I'm saying? Klopp didn't use the exact same model, but he had a similar thing where he then went, okay, right, yeah, I need a keeper now. You know what I'm saying? So boom, Alisson, boom, give me Van Dijk, and then boom. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you really look at the past two title winners, they've actually won the title after improving their defense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you're making perfect sense in what you're saying, and this is why I'm on Allegri. Because to me, Allegri, even though certain individuals in our defense might not be good enough, Allegri would put them in systems that helps them get better. There's a reason that Van Gaal had Smalling looking how he was. That's the system around him and players and masking his weaknesses and working on his strengths. Man, I did Mike Smalling. I don't know who this Chris brother is. We need Mike Smalling back. Like we spoke about, we need interim Ollie back. We need Mike Smalling back. That's who we need. If we had Mike Smalling next to Bailly, league title winners. You know what I'm saying? We need Mike Smalling. None of this Chris business. You know what I'm saying? None of this Chris business. But again, salute to Will for the super chat. And if you do super chat, like that happened, me and JV was going to go elsewhere at the start of the conversation. But if you super chat, the conversation swerves over to whatever you stated. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm says, and make sure you retune your DAB radios. Yes, to catch me and JV and Stro Premier League show on Pi Radio every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. DAB Radio, the Pi Radio, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Let's really deep this, because I don't think we get the props for it, but man, have a radio show, bro. You know what I'm saying? That reaches over 200,000 people, 500,000 people, my guy. You get me? If I could get a pound of all of them done, I'll be happy right now.
Yes,
you know?
That's what
I get 10p of you, man, right now. 100,000, man. I'd be happy with that right
Yo,
about now.
I'd be happy with a Chris £20 note collectively from all of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, we can get more, fam. We can get more.
We can get more. I'm just saying I'm not greedy of that. Yeah, it is. But yeah, man.
Yeah, from our show, bro. So make sure you lock in. Like lock in. Tell everyone about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not new or nothing. We've had it for about a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe longer. No, I think it's longer.
It's over a year because we had the year anniversary in October. So yeah, it's over a year now.
There you go. So make sure you lock in if you don't already, because some of you might be new. If you are new, make sure you lock in Mondays. www.pyradio.co.uk 7 till 9 from a third eye view. JV, Flawless, and Stro. Yeah.
And here's the thing with that as well, people. What's different about that show is it's not Manchester United based, it's Premier League based. So we discuss all the teams in the Premier League. And obviously Stro being a Liverpool fan. And also when we get guests, they discuss everything. So you're going to get guests, say for instance, we have a Saeed or Aaron on. They're not going to be discussing Manchester United. We're going to be talking in depth about other teams. So we'll be talking about a Leeds or a Everton or a Arsenal or a Chelsea or a Liverpool, etc., etc. But yeah, man, the numbers have gone up. Yo, let's get this over 20 likes first and foremost, because we got over 40 people watching across all platforms. So let's get this over 20 likes on the YouTube. If you're watching on my Twitter right now via the Periscope, hit the retweet button. Hit the because you lot be watching on Periscope and don't hit the retweet button. Retweet and like it, and make sure you follow JV and myself. We're gonna appreciate it. He also says big up JV, my brother. Big up Sentiment FC. He says, yo, ManDem, you good? Hope you blessed. I'm all good. Malcolm says, hit the like and subscribe button. Malcolm says, how do I become a member of Sarcasm City? That's something I need to look into. That's something I need to look into and figure out membership. Me and JV will talk, me and Tox will talk, and we'll figure that out, because the whole membership thing goes over my head. Like the monetization, that went over my head and I managed to figure that out. So we're going to figure out membership and what we can do for you and how it works. Let us know what perks you would like to see, actually. We listen to you lot as the consumers. We're the content creators, you lot are the consumers. So let us know what you would like to see. Hanan Malik says here, Allegri had Ronaldo, Dybala, etc., and still didn't play good football. I didn't watch his football week in, week out to know if they play good football, but one thing I do know is it was successul. That's one thing I do know.
I don't think Allegri had Ronaldo.
Yeah, he didn't have Ronaldo, did he? No, because Ronaldo only came in recently. But I think he's talking about, he didn't. But he was successful. My dream is, people, with the Allegri thing is, Allegri comes in for 2-3 years, steadies the ship even further, wins a Premier League and or a Champions League in them 2 to 3 years. Then by that time, Poch has been successful at PSG, and then you go get Poch. Why not, fam? Why not? That works. That works.
So what?
All right, fam.
One second.
Go
you want
on.
to be successful, win trophies, and go get some not win trophies.
Listen to what I said, though. This is a Poch at PSG who's won trophies. That's
bro, he's gonna no, man. They're default trophies, bro.
No. Champions League. Yeah. Champions League.
I don't want League 1. I don't want League 1.
Champions League, fam.
I don't want League 1 on your CV.
Okay, all right. So if he does this, so if he wins the Champions League and solidifies them, how Simeone solidified Atletico Madrid in the Champions League and last stages, you don't think he's good enough? You don't think he's good enough?
You know why I say no? Because I honestly think Allegri will do more in that same time. I think Allegri will do more in that same time. I think Allegri's trajectory, I think Allegri with this team could win us the league with how this league is at this moment and everyone else.
I agree.
We go like that. Boom. We go clear. You know?
I agree.
So it's one of them for me. I don't know what Poch has to offer. If we get another good manager, you don't need a Poch.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Allegri, what I'm looking at is Allegri has been in his prime. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the reason why I want Poch is because we're getting a manager who I think his best years are ahead of him. With Allegri, even though I believe he'll be successful, I don't think his best years are ahead of him simply because he's an older manager.
But how long? See, I'm not bothered about that because I'm not thinking of having Allegri for 10 years. Do you get what I'm saying?
But the thing is, I'm thinking of having a Poch for 10 years.
Never know, bro. Have Allegri. Might be a new dude. It might be a better.
True. I'm with it. Hey, I'm with it. I will be singing for a next guy if a new guy comes in. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? You know who's
going to be our manager, though, isn't it?
Who? Nagelsmann. Who?
I actually Ollie might mess it up, but I think Rooney's got in with it. I think Rooney's doing it all Derby now. No, I honestly think this is what's going on, and I don't know if he might come in and then come on the coaching staff and number 2 and work it up. I don't know, but for me, that makes a lot of sense to even if I don't know, like if an Allegri brings in a Rooney. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have someone that then has, you know what I'm saying? If you have like an Allegri with a Rooney, that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
someone to learn from. Yes, I get what you're saying.
Like Ancelotti Zidane.
Yes, I get what you're saying. There could be a new guy though. If Allegri's here, say in a dream world, I'd love Allegri to be here for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Simply because of his age, I don't see that happening because I believe he will be successful over here.
I'd say he's about 50s, bro.
Is he 50s?
I'd say so, but I'm you know, I'm going by looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going by. I'm not that old, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's not like Roy Hodgson fam or someone like that. He don't look.
Yeah. I get what you say. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh in it. Maybe
like I'm being great hairs and that. But he might be though. He might be. He's not got like great hairs and that. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't see him coming and doing an Ancelotti at Everton and looking to build a project. You know what I'm saying? This is why I was looking at.
I think he would.
You reckon he is? I hope you're right.
You have to think, he done about 10 years at Juventus. You know, he done about just under 10 years.
He did a long time at Juventus.
I say just under. It might even be 7 or whatever, but I think it was more. But I think he's more of a project manager. I don't think he's like like a Mourinho. I don't think that's him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's a manager.
I get what you say. It's one of them. I look at it like, all right, how many years are we gonna get out of him? Type of thing. Like, are you
all right? There you go. He's 53, fam.
He's 53. All right, fair enough. Then I stand corrected. Then he could be here in it. I was just trying to get someone who's more going into their prime. That being said, I could be wrong, and his prime years are ahead of him. He could come here and be here for 6, 7 years. But I look at the team we have and the caliber of players Manchester United can still attract. We can be successful during this period, especially with an Allegri. Like, put it this way: if we have Allegri right now as our manager, I'm singing 21 and 21 going into every live stream we do. The intro, whether I'm hosting it on the guest or what, I'm saying it's on it. I've got the t-shirts printed already. I got the hoodie printed already, and the hats, beanies, the whole 9, socks, everything. 21 and 21. Yeah, go on.
I'll put it to you like this then, yeah. So end of this season, yeah. Say come end of the season, we're second.
Yeah.
Say end of the season, we're second, and we win the Europa League. Would you like to see United do what they did with Van Gaal and get rid of Solskjaer?
Yes.
And then it bring in someone like an Allegri in it.
Yes.
Because for me, I honestly think if Solskjaer can't not win it, but because I don't think he'll win it anyway. But if he can't challenge with purpose, this season, that's a very good phrase. Challenge.
Challenge with purpose. And big up our Don, Mr. Aaron United, each and every time. And I have to salute him. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Aaron United's YouTube channel, one of the most hardworking YouTubers out here. And I will be on. He's got the European football show at 9 p.m. today. So make sure you get over there. You hit the notification bell on that. Like that video already, 9 p.m. You already know Mr. Aaron United only puts together stellar lineups. So make sure European football show at 9 p.m. on his channel and subscribe and follow him across all platforms, Mr. Aaron United. Yeah, go on. Sorry to cut you off. I like that. I like the way this is going. Shout out Will, because you made this conversation happen. This is why you lot should super chat. Exactly why. Look at the conversation, man. No way would me and JV be talking about Allegri and Poch. Never. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna happen.
So for me, and I always say this, and I think it gets swept under because Mourinho just destroyed it. I think Van Gaal actually left a very good foundation. Yeah, if someone actually went and built upon what Van Gaal left us, we would actually be better off than we are now. Mourinho literally, like my man,
destroyed it.
Little something, and Mourinho just brought the construction team in and just wiped it. You know what I'm saying? So literally, that's where I'm going. And what I'm trying to say is, if Ollie doesn't challenge with purpose, which I can't see him doing. I couldn't, but after last night, you've really dented my faith again. And he's really messed up my faith. You get what I'm saying? So roll through on Monday, fam.
Yeah, we'll sort that out. Even though we got these lockdown rules, Aaron, you already know what it is, innit? Mikasa, Sukasa, that's patterned already. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pattern that. We'll pattern that. Big up Aaron and that. Just before we even get into that, I can see you lot cracking jokes in the comments and that. This, you know how you know we're getting bigger when people are more invested because they want to know personality. So just to let it know, because on Aaron's, I think it was the news flash on one of Aaron's shows a couple of days ago, we was talking about the whole Cavani incident and racism and all that. So people were asking about descent. My descent, for those that don't know, is half Barbados, half Jamaica in it. So half Bayesian, half Jamaican. And I believe so, if I'm correct in saying this, because people are asking about JV. Are you half Caucasian, half Bayesian as well? Is that right?
Don't know, my guy.
Yeah. I thought so.
Say Kits Nevis and boom, with a Bayesian in there. You get me?
So people don't get confused. There you go. So I'm half Bayesian, half Jamaican descent, and JV. This is probably why we get on, because he half Bayesian also. And half Caucasian, you get what I'm saying? And what's mad is toxic. What's mad is Tox is half Jamaican and half Caucasian. It's nuts. You know what I'm saying?
So we're literally
it's just
all got a bear each other, you know what I'm saying? Well, when we just vibes up and that, when we just link its vibes, you get what I'm saying?
Oh crap, super chat. I'm trying to get to it now. Big up Will again. I think it is. Yeah, it's Will, man. Shout out Will. Will, my guy, you know. And he's a Chelsea fan. He's a knowledgeable Chelsea fan because me and him talk.
Will coming in like the ManDem United version.
Yo, big up Will, man. Big up Will. It's love for this. Love to everyone that's here as well. Appreciate it. He says here, I need us to get Allegri on Nagelsmann before United. Chelsea and United both have squads that should be challenging and winning trophies. And what's mad is me and Will was speaking about this. And I've used this as an example. Remember when we did the transfer rating on Third Eye in the international break? And I said the team that worries me outside of City and Liverpool, because I think they're both better than us, is Chelsea. Because I look at their team, they have everything they need. The only thing that they lack is their manager is an issue. We don't know how good he is. And that's why they're not being taken seriously, because of Super Frankie Lampard. You get what I'm saying?
I honestly think Lampard, I think Lampard is a shade of Ole, bro. I don't think Lampard is even on Ole's level, you know. I'm being serious, fam. The more and more I think about this, yeah, it's like Ole gets a lot of thingy for a lot less, you know. Ole gets a lot of thingy for less.
Talk about it, fam.
It's like, all right, I'll put it to you like this. Anyhow, Ole has been given those funds to spend, yeah? Those caliber of players. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Ole's brought in Maguire's for 80 million, Wan Bissaka for 50 million. Do you get what I'm saying? But you man have bought more than a core of a team. You've bought a core of a team.
You've literally bought, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you bought a goalkeeper, check this, a goalkeeper, a centre back, a left back.
Yeah.
Who else did they buy after that?
A number 10.
A number 10, a winger, and a striker, bro. Come on, man. That's a lot of players, you know.
Yes.
That's a lot of players. Yeah. And I know you got Fingy on a free, Thiago Silva, but his wage at the end of the season will probably buy you a pretty player. You know what I'm saying? You got my man on free, but he will be on a very nice wage. Do you get what I'm saying? So that he's easily on 100k. Easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably 2, bro. I'd say at least 2. Do you get what I'm saying? So even though he's got him for free, what he's paying him in wages, that would probably get you that is a 20 million pound player. Do you get what I'm saying? Plus, that's 20 million plus. I've only counted 10. I've just times by 10. Do you get what I'm saying? So, that's a week, not even a month. Yeah, killing it. You get what I'm saying?
So that's the thing. Yeah, and they are. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm saying the same thing about Lampard and our team. The same thing I'm talking about Ole, in terms of if you look at the team we have, we should be doing better. The only saving grace is for Lampard is his first season with his players and with his team. Is he falling short currently? It certainly seems that way. But he's a new manager. This is his second full season in the Premier League.
I'm not hearing it. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Go on.
Because this is Bielsa's first season in the Premier League. Yeah?
True. But
this is every time man get promoted, depending on their manager, that might be their first season. And they've a different type of pressure. They've not got 250 million pounds to spend, and European strikers who are looking like top boys before they come to get you. You know what I'm saying? Man ain't got. All right, then man ain't buying. Let me just say this now. This is Havertz here, but listen to the description, and this is where you know it's going wrong for them. You bought a 70 million pound German attacking midfielder, bro, that should be winning you things. Like, listen to what I've just said. A £70 million German attacking midfielder. To me, when I hear that, I'm thinking top of the crop. You easily must be either one of the top players in the world at the moment, or you're one of the top up and comers. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Shout out Will again with another super track.
That's the thing. One sec, just with Will.
Yeah, he's agreeing with you. He's agreeing with you. And he's a Chelsea.
Actually think, you see, Allegri's a better fit for Chelsea. I don't know if it's because they've had the Italian managers before, and
that's exactly what it is, fam. He just fits.
And now, you know what I think? You know what I think it is? I think it's because they've had Conte recently, and you know the system with the wing backs and all that. That's how the Italians. So I think he'd go in there and he'd have the template still. Yes. The certain players. Do you get what I mean?
And also, sorry to cut you off, their fans would be more accepting of that type of football because they've seen it before. They've been successful. They've had Mourinho twice. They've had Conte who won them a league, and none of it was in exceptional attacking fashion. So they would certainly accept it. But yeah, shout out Will on the other super chat because he did say, I agree, Lampard is worse than Ole. And the thing is with that, the only difference is the reason why with Bielsa's been managing for 25, 30 years. So it's like some of the skills, I get what you're saying, the skills are transferable. So that's how I'm looking at it. If you've been managing a 10-year period at professional football, it don't matter like if it's, that's why I'm on Ole's case. Because it's like, yes, you've managed in Norway, but you've been managing 10 years. Surely some of the skills are transferable.
What this 10-year Ole thing as well?
Go on.
So when Ole finished at Cardiff,
did
he go back to Molde?
Yes, I think he did. Let me double check. I think he did.
I know they call Molde, by the way, people, but I can't Molde because it didn't do nothing for him. So when he went back there, I honestly don't think. See, even though he's not been managing up until he come to us, do you get what I'm saying? To me, that's a 10-year manager. You get what I'm saying?
Know what? I think he has, fam, because I think he has been, because he was managing in reserves and stuff like that beforehand. And stuff.
I don't want reserve. I want first team.
One sec, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now.
I honestly think. I think when Ole got sacked from his last job or wherever finishing, I think he went and sat back at home. I'm
checking you now.
I don't think he had.
Nah, fam, he didn't stop. So he took over 2011 to 2014. He was at Mold. Then 2014 he was at Cardiff. 2015 to 18 he was at Mold, and in 2018 he's been here. So he's been managing 10 years. He didn't have a break.
Yeah, that's dead then. I was going to give him a blie. I was going to say this guy must not a blie, but I was going to say this guy must have been at home. I ain't got no ideas, but yeah, that's dead. I
just want to say to people as well, because people in the comments, we're not anti-Ole or anything. We just giving our opinions as we see fit. And
I am.
No, when I say anti-Ole in terms of the reason why I say anti-Ole is like you can't give him credit. One thing I always give Ole credit for with this Manchester United team is he has improved the squad overall. Look at the 11s we can put out. Look at the bench we have. So I give Ole full credit for that. But then in the same breath is you have a better 11 and a better squad to choose from. Therefore, the results should be better and the football should be better. At times, our football is absolutely atrocious. Exactly. If Mourinho or Van Gaal played this football, we'd be up in arms. 100% of our fan base would be up in arms. If Mourinho or Van Gaal or Moyes said certain comments that he said, because me personally, I don't pay attention to comments for what managers say after the game. Come out and say, we've just lost a final at home to our local rivals, semi-final, and come out and say, yeah, it's an improvement. How is that improvement?
That's you see, when I seen that interview last night,
I
seen that and I said, you know what? He's reverted back to type. That's it. That's it. I don't know what happens with this guy, I don't know what happens. I would love to meet his wife and say, yo, what are you like? You know what I'm saying? How's things going with you and my man? Car, he's up 1 minute and next minute he's down. You get what I'm saying? Like he literally, he's so quick to revert to type. For me, like last night, like we're on him now. Boom, we're there. It's Ole time on him now. So last night, he reverted to type. What I always say. And even though he had that formation playing, he reverted to type simply because he brought Lindelof. What he was doing when we're flying, his changes are on point. This is what I don't understand. When we're doing well, he changes at the right time. He changes players. He implements things. You can see tactical changes. When something's not going well, he kind of like, it's like he goes into his shell. It's like
you get shook.
Yeah, it's serious fair, It's fair. It's fair. He can sense that things are not going right, and I think he panics. I don't know how he is as a person anyway, but he strikes me as someone who really struggles with panicking and things like that. He looks like he panics. You get what I'm saying? He just looks sometimes when I'm watching him, it's like, why are you not implementing this? Why is this not being done? You can, like, you'll see flipping, what's his name? Bruno's not doing well. Bruno's not having a good game. Like,
Take him off.
He can have a moment of brilliance. Yes, he can, but so Donny. If Donny's left there, Donny can have more than a moment. He can orchestrate then. Bruno in the mood to orchestrate last night or nothing. This guy this is the thing. He'll kind of sometimes, yeah. And I thought this last night, and I thought, nah, you're being negative. But then I left it and I said, yeah, you're right. It's almost as if when you can see a player's not doing good, instead of him stepping in, and then say he takes off Bruno last night, yeah. Donny comes on and Donny plays Maka as well. Then it's almost certainly his fault, isn't it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
If he leaves Bruno on, if he leaves Bruno on to be Maka and Bruno, whoa, I give him a chance. I left him on, and that's the kind of vibe I get from him sometimes. You know, it's kind of like you can always say, yeah, show me what you can do, but there's a point where it's like, okay, yeah, right, I've scrapped that. Let me do something. And it's only when he starts to bringing on players in the late 80th minutes. I know, like, I make jokes about it, but it's really frustrating when you're 2-0 down and he's bringing on an attacking midfielder with 4 minutes left. Like, what do you think this man can? This isn't, you know what I mean? Like, you could bring a Maradona Pele hybrid right now. He's not scoring me 2 goals in 2 minutes. Do you get what I'm saying? I could bring. What I'm saying.
That's it, man. That's the key. That's what it is like. And the thing is, this is why I don't get mad. This is why I don't get upset. This is why I don't get angry, whether it's whether it's watch-alongs and it's immediately just happened, or it's match reactions, or it's the day after, like, well, the live stream we're on now. This is why I don't get mad, because this guy is not good enough. I just said it. Shout out. I was on United Central Real Talk with Saeed. Make sure you go check that out. I said this on there and I say this everywhere. This man is not good enough. So when people turn around and say he's bottled 4 semi-finals, to me, he hasn't bottled 4 semi-finals. And the reason why OLE hasn't bottled 4 semi-finals was the term bottle job. When I see that means you are good enough to accomplish whatever it is, you've just bottled it mentally. I don't believe OLE is good enough to do it. You don't have the skill set. You're on mute, fam.
He's bottled 4 semi-finals if the semi-finals are against, like, Birmingham City, and then the next one against, you know what I'm saying? The next one's against Newcastle, then the next one's against Watford, and then the final one is against Burnley. Yeah, he's bottled all of them, if that's the case. But more time, you're actually coming up against people who, if at the start of the season, we say to you, is this person going to beat OLE? You go, yeah. So then how's it bottled, people? Do you get what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, be upset about it. I'm upset about him losing 4 semi-finals. I'm still not over him losing yesterday and the manner in which we lost, which we will get into, which makes it even worse. But all that being said, I can't call him a bottle job, because this is your skill set. You are a semi-final manager and a manager who can finish third.
Thank you.
That's your ceiling.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what people don't get. That is his skill set. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
third and semi-finals. Yeah,
that's what right. This is what I don't really get. Who can really sit here and say they expected OLE to beat Pep last night? Whether you expected it or you wanted it is 2 different things. I wanted United to win last night. I can't sit here and say, yeah, I expected that. I expected it. Cut and dry. No. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
the reason we get through, the reason why I pick Manchester United to win games is simply because of the attacking players we have. Because of the players we have, I'm like, these man, we're Moments FC. Yes, it was said as a joke the first time, and I laughed hard when somebody said it in the comments. But that's what we are. We rely on individual moments or mistakes from the other team.
And then here's the thing.
Go on. Shout out Daniel as well. Shout out Daniel. Shout out Ryan. Yo, everyone. We got over 40 people watching. Make sure you get the likes. You get me? This is one of our biggest, easily our biggest show of the year, and one of the biggest ManDem Uniteds in recent times. Get the likes up on the video. Deco 90 just said, he said, definitely bottled Sevilla, just man for man. We should have won that comfortably. The Sevilla game, that's the one semi-final I believe we played well in. We just missed chances. That's the one semi-final.
You know, I don't think we bottled that. You know, I don't think we bottled that, because I honestly believe that. See, where people, like I said, bottled is where it's a certain. No one could tell me that's a certain, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
We are better than yeah. I agree.
And for me, here's the thing. You see, when we're saying that, just to go back on what you said about the individual brilliance, and this is why it's true. We are Moments FC. It's individual brilliance, And no one can ever tell me, I will never believe one moment, one iota, that we are anything other than individual brilliance. Because when the individual brilliance does not work, there is nothing. That is what I'm trying to tell with people.
That's true.
When
That's
no
true.
one can come up with magic, wagwan. Last night is the example. That is the deadest performance we've seen in a long time. Why is that? Because it just didn't click.
Everyone, nobody
with the players. Yeah.
You're spot on. Keep going, fam. This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
It didn't click with the players. All right, I'll put it to you like this. You can't say we've not got the people on the bench. It's not like when he had a bench of like Pereira and this man who he knows aren't on levels. I said it last night in the on the stream. I said he could arguably take off Rashford for Greenwood. He could arguably take off Fernandes for Van der Beek, and then he could you know what I mean? Whoever.
Miles on the bench as well.
Yeah, it's not. It's like for like. Maybe the Brunos and that are more talented, but the simple fact that Brunos are blowing and their legs are gone, then you bring on someone fresh who isn't as good as them, and I mean by a tiny bit isn't as good as them. They're actually going to be able to do more. Do you know what I'm saying? A 50% Bruno and 100% Donny van der Beek. I tell you who I'd want in my team every week. I don't care what Bruno can do. If he's 50%, he's not going to be able to do the things that he normally does. He had a few shots. He's shooting and his leg looks heavy, bro. His leg looked heavy for him. It looked like he couldn't even shoot properly because he's tired. Do you know what I'm saying? Or he's just... So when he's not on it by half time, yeah, you go to him and you say, right, you got 10 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's what you do as a manager, but you make a fantastic point, and that proper breaks it down in terms of we are individual brilliance FC, moments FC, because when the moments don't come and don't work, we look terrible. And that's what happened, because here's what could have happened yesterday. We go 1-0 down, and then Pogba produces a piece of magic, gets us back into the game, and then Rashford produces a piece of magic and gets us back into the game. Then we're all gassed talking about going to the final, and no one's talking about Ollie no one's talking about Ollie not playing by. No one's talking about the fact that Ollie's subs were wrong, simply because two players, and you can pick any two of our attacking players, produced moments of magic. That's us. And this is why I don't get mad. But again, this is why my match previews, I could literally say the same thing and not have to sit here and replay the same thing over and over. I predict us to win matches simply because of the players we have. And because of the caliber of the rest of the Premier League is not up to scratch, more often than not, it works. It's just yesterday we came up against the best defense in the league. They're the best defense in the league. They have the best defensive record. They have been on point this season defensively. So you're going to struggle. That's when you need to be able to play around corners and play. You have to come up with a great move rather than just individual brilliance. But that's what it is. And again, back onto the performance, it's the manner in which it is. It's the manner in which we lost. That's what makes it worse. If we do, like I said, if we would have went out and got beat 3-0, but we went out and tried to attack, and Pepe, their goalkeeper, was their second choice goalkeeper. They didn't have a recognized striker on the pitch. Go for these, man. One-off game, semi-final at home.
You know what it is?
Go for these, man. And
see what it is, bro. I said it to him and I said, right. I said, what? If we get a goal now, it goes to penalties. And everyone's like, I said, so you might as well just throw it at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
If he literally turned around then, and left, if he left just Pogba on as the only defensive thing in midfield, and everyone else was like,
attack.
No, we can't say no. At the end of the game, at the end of that game, we go, you know what? We lost. But you know what it is as well? I'll say this as well. When's the last time you've seen us? I'll tell you when it was. That Sevilla game, remember that keeper had an absolute worldie?
Yes.
Was it or the Copenhagen?
It was that Sevilla game. The keeper played well. It might have been Copenhagen as well, but go on, I get your
Copenhagen one.
Okay,
the player has an absolute world, and everyone was like, yo, who's this keeper? That's the one time I've seen, and it's like, you know what? You know when you watch us, I mean, we play good and we don't actually win. We play really good and we don't actually win. That's the one time I can remember. I cannot remember us playing very good and not winning. So that's why you might just attack, because when we actually start to attack is when our players wake up, because that's naturally our strong point. So if we approaching a game attacking, we're on the higher foot. Why do you think that? All right, then I'll put it to you like this: if Liverpool sat back, all the time, or or let teams come onto them and they didn't impose themselves on other teams, the match won't probably go the same way for Liverpool all the time. You know what I mean? Same with if City sat there and let other teams and gave away loads of free kicks all the time and because their team's small and you know what I'm saying, and let man physically bully them and this and that. Certain things will go that way for them. But it's like with us, yeah. Our manager can't see that
we're top heavy. I've said this.
Just attack.
Attack.
Literally, bro. Do you need the fans in the ground to say it to you? Attack. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just attack, bro. Like I say it from before kickoff. We might as well just go for them.
Go for it. It's a semi-final.
Yeah, go for the jugular.
It's a semi-final. Go for it. And semi-final, there's no reason why Rashford, Martial, Donny, Bruno, Pogba, Greenwood, that 6 all shouldn't be on the pitch at the same time.
There was no need for
no reason.
And finger yesterday.
There's no need for it, especially when you're a goal down. Switch it now. Take one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason we shouldn't have Greenwood, Rashford, Martial, Donny, Pogba all on the pitch at the same time. When
you see, all right then, I'll put it to you like this. You see when it, and I always revert back to this because you know what? At this moment, this is all the good I know. But you see, like Fergie days, I always say this: man would take off John O'Shea and put on Sheringham, and you're like, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? You're panicking. You're like, oh my god. And then the next sub will come, and it's Solskjaer himself, the idiot, and he's coming like the Keane, and you're like, oh, this don't even make sense now, G. You get what I'm saying? You're looking at this now like, oh, and then we win. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Win because we're probably just harassing and attacking, and it's wave after wave. Tell me, like, when did you see a wave of attacks? There weren't that wave. This is City, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, they're a very good team, but they've only just came back into form. They were vulnerable last night, you know. They were there for the taking.
Oh, they were fantastic. They were there for the taking. Yeah, you could have went at them.
You could have went at them. This is the thing. He's out there saying, oh, this is probably the best team at the moment on form. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Have some backbone. Have some backbone. You get what I'm saying? City, we got beat by them 6-1. Do you think Fergie went, that was amazing? You think he went to Sky Sports and said that was amazing? He probably thought it. He never in his mind. Never in a minute.
This is it.
That's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the comments. We really appreciate it. Like I said, we tried to get all the comments we can, but the comments be flooding in. You know what I'm saying? And that's slowing down my laptop. So salute to you lot. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. I don't know how many likes we're on. Please, mods, let us know in the comments. Let us know, mods, how many likes we're on, and get people liking the video. I need more comments like that from the mods. You know what I'm saying? You lot has to be moderators. So mods, can you be on job, please? Get people liking the video, sharing. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV also, and make sure when you subscribe, you hit the notification bell when you do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Daniel, man. Big up Daniel, big up Ryan, big up Steve. Yeah, I mean, everyone, Deco 90, all the regulars and all the new faces that we appreciate the love. Thank you very much. But obviously, the title of this video we will touch on right now, because obviously with the super chats it went west. But it's OLE gonna get you. We get to it now. But yeah, man, big up everyone supporting, man. We much appreciate it. OLE gonna get you, false hope or just a blip. To me, this is why I'm not mad, because I didn't believe that this manager can win a league title. I don't believe he's good enough. But I'm here, like I've said, am I going to jump on the bandwagon and hype it up? Yes. If Manchester United beat Burnley on Tuesday, will I hype up being top of the league? Absolutely. I'm going to be gassed about it. But that being said, I am not getting ahead of myself. I do not believe that this manager can finish above Klopp and Liverpool and Pep and City. I just don't believe he can do it. One of them, yes. Two of them, no. Two of the best managers of the Premier League era and two of the two best Premier League managers currently in this era. It's like I don't see OLE doing that, even though he has the tools at his disposal to do that. So yeah, I think this is just a blip. I expect Manchester United to bounce back against Watford and win in the FA Cup. Burnley, I reckon we'll beat Burnley, actually. If I remember correctly, we won there last year. They seem to cause us more issues at Old Trafford. Yeah, go on. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. They do cause us more.
False hope or just a blip. What do you reckon?
No, it's definitely false hope, because this isn't all right. You know why I'll call this false hope, and I won't call it a blip. To me, a blip is when something happens infrequently or once or twice. This isn't a blip. This is a pattern of behavior. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we do under OLE. This is what we do. Do you get what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I say this all the time. We used to do something similar under Fergie, but what we do is actually go on a really amazing run and then lose one or two, and then go on another amazing one and then lose one or two. And you know what I'm saying? And then we do that whole season, and you get to the end of the season, and we probably lost about 4 and drawn 3, and you're like, oh, that's them games. Do you know what I'm saying?
We went on a run. Yes.
That's that game in between the run. That's that game in between that run. You know what? We had that game against Chelsea, but you know what I'm saying? And that's how it would work out. Like, literally, what people don't understand is there has to be a method for how your season goes. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me now, when I see the Watford, if we win this game yesterday, I'm not worried about the Watford game. I'm actually worried about the Watford game now. Not in terms of results, in terms of who he plays.
Right.
Lost that, he's lost heart. This is him. This is Mr. Lost Heart. You get what I'm saying? He's lost heart. He's now going to play a good team against Watford when he doesn't need to. And we'll probably get an injury, or we'll probably overplay someone. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into the Burnley game, and then we probably by the time we get to the Liverpool game, we're probably a player or two down. Or a player or two not as fresh as they could have been. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for this Watford game, I want to see Dan James playing. I want to see Lingard, bro. I want to see, go get this Palestri kid who we bought in the thingy, go get him playing.
Yeah, people have been talking about Diallo. Yeah, I'd like to see him in it. I'd like to see wholesale changes. It's Watford.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to see shout out Stephen as well, because he said shout out to my channel S Feetly TV. Make sure you subscribe to it because he's raising awareness of childhood liver disease. You get me, for CLDF. That's what I'm saying. So he said great content and subscribe. I will make you a mod as well. All I say, Stephen, is make sure once this video is uploaded, comment again in it, so then your comment will be on the top, and then I can just mod you like that rather than have to go through hundreds of comments. Reach out to Aaron. Aaron's cool peoples, and you know what I'm saying, and Aaron's blessed peoples. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate it, man. So make sure, yeah, Steven's doing great things, and you'll see him on his channel again, on probably on one of the Q&As at some point. It's mad the support we get. Complete side note, innit? Like, I'm looking at the numbers, and this ain't big numbers to a lot of people, but like to have over 30 people here, close to 40 people watching me and JV just go back and forth about Manchester United is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we appreciate it.
You know what? This comment's really upset me, but it's true.
Yeah, go on.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yes, I could see that happening.
And you know what? You were spot on, you know, bro. You were spot on when you said this the other day. It's his decision making. What's going to be the factor?
Yes,
in the
key. Because
it's not good enough.
Yeah, because like look at it. So for those, me and JV are old enough to remember. For those that watch Premier League years, when you watch Premier League years back, there's certain results that happen and key decisions managers made that either got them to a league title or cost them a league title. There's certain moments, certain decisions, bringing a player off or bringing a player on, or a player getting injured, or signing this player in January, or not playing this player till the last stages of the season, or changing your style of play. Like I've said this before, the Liverpool-Southampton game, me and JV was watching the back end of this game, and I said, if Liverpool equalize here, this is not 2 points dropped, it's a point gained. There's so many games where Manchester United drew points, and because I'm younger, drew games and dropped 2 points. I don't understand that point. Now, that's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. I'm thinking it's 2 points drop, but it's like, no, United didn't play well and still got a point. So when you watch Premier League years, you see this. There's certain games that will happen where you pick up a win and you didn't play well, or you pick up a draw and you were supposed to lose. And a lot of that comes down to the manager having players on the pitch who you necessarily wouldn't think to be on the pitch. Rio spoken about it with Fergie. He said times the lineup would come out and he'd be thinking, wow, why such and such playing? Yeah. And then you can actually see these people that's in an interview, and Rio says that player would then go on to score a goal or having an amazing game or get an assist, because Fergie was genius at this thing. Mourinho, go on.
Just a point on what you're saying, I always, when I heard him say it, I think I know what match he's on about. Don't you remember that Darren Gibson game, bro?
Was it a Darren Gibson thing?
Remember, I always think it's that, you know, because it was like we were playing like Bayern Munich or someone.
Yeah, it was someone mad like that.
And it was like that by Darren Gibson, like for his third game ever. And we're like, I was like, oh. And he had a worldie, bro.
He had a worldie
in it. And every time I see it, I think he's on about that, because he said it before in the previous interview. And I always think he's on about that. But it doesn't. Don't you remember, bro? Like he used to do it back in the day. Like you'd bring on like all right then, that one when we won the league. When he brought on like Seagulls or someone like that, and he scored a bad boy goal to wrap it up. Yeah, nice. You know what I'm saying? Man curled one in the bottom corner.
I think, if I remember correctly, that might have been against Blackburn. For some reason, I've got Blackburn in my head.
Everton.
I'm not sure.
Everton.
Okay.
Everton.
Right,
That's what you remember in the blue. You remember
it's blue. Yeah,
Everton, bro. I remember it. And I was like, Chris, why are you bringing on Chris Eagles, bro? You know what I'm saying? Bro, and he played absolutely amazing. Yeah, that one there, Deco. You remember that?
But I said I remember being Arsenal with Rafael Fabio. I'll show the video. Yeah.
That's why Pogba left originally.
Yes, it was.
That is the game what made Pogba
Man played 7. Man played, it was Rafael and Fabio. I think, did they play either wing and then he played O'Shea and Park in the middle or something like that? He played like 7 defenders.
Mad, bro. Yeah. You get me? And then this is but you see, all right then. You see a point from that,
right against Everton.
A point, something that Ollie could take from that. This is what I don't understand sometimes, because you've seen the actual genius happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes people will say, like, I heard someone the other day say, like, oh, we need some of that, you know, like that class of 92 back. I know they don't like the on it and that, but we need some of them back. They've had all the moments from Fergie, but then I'm sitting thinking, but this guy has, bro. He was actually there.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, I said Makeda versus Villa, yo. I said Makeda. That's a prime example. I remember that game against Villa. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Welbeck was already fresh that season.
Yes.
And another one.
Welbeck scored a banger against. Who did he score a banger in his debut against? I can't remember, but he scored one from outside the box. He scored a banger. Yeah.
I will never forget it, bro. He smacked it. You know why I will never forget it? Because it was that. Remember that Joof guy? I remember that Joof guy.
Oh, El Joof. I mean, not El Hadj Joof, Mohamedi Joof, or whatever his name was.
Mohamed Biram Joof. Yeah. I remember him. Oh, that's dark times. I remember him like laying it off to Welbeck, and I'm like, yo, Wellers. And I say, yo, Wellers, you do these, man. It's so do these, man. You know what I'm saying? Saying, yo, man, them things, do these, man. And I remember seeing him about to shoot, and I'm like, oh. And it went in. Do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes these are the things what you kind of got to take the chance. Yeah,
they win you league. That's what I'm saying. But they're back to the whole point, even though me and JV went off on tangents. They're the things that win you league titles. You know what I'm saying? This is why you hear me mention key decisions a lot, because decision making as a manager, you can really influence games playing a certain format. Sometimes Fergie would be like, you know what? Today's the day. We've seen Fergie show up shop, play 5 at the back. 5 at the back, 5 in midfield against the Liverpool, for instance. Let's just go away and get a draw and keep the momentum going. We don't have to win this game. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But it is what it is. Go on, last point on it, and then we'll go. Go on.
I remember even like it was a Champions League game, and we had bare injuries, and I think Giggs were 100%. And so we started him from the bench. He put Giggs on the bench. Yeah. It's like 20 minutes in, someone gets injured. I think it's a striker, and then we've got no other strikers on the bench. So Giggs has to then go pretty much up front or behind the striker. He scores like, I think it's against Juventus. I'm sure he scored like a 2 or a hat trick. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, why don't you do that then with a Bruno yesterday? You've seen my man, he knows Giggs, he knows how integral, this is like prime Giggs as well. This is prime Giggs, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how integral this man is to his team, but he knows he's not 100%. So I'm not playing you. Do you get what I'm saying? Why do you do that with Bruno and Fergie, what Fergie did, he actually had to play someone who wasn't as adequate, but he's fit. You know what I'm saying? I've got to play him. You stay on the bench, you come on. Maybe yesterday is a chance for Van der Beek to start and Bruno to thingy. Because for me, how Bruno played that whole game, he knew Bruno went 100%.
I get what you're saying. That he should have played Donny, and then you could bring Bruno off the bench, but it is what it is. But yo, salute to everyone who's locked in. We've done big numbers on this show. I think this is our biggest ManDem United of the year. You know what I mean? It's been one of the biggest ones ever, actually. So we really appreciate it. It shows we're growing. Please make sure if you're watching this back right now, you're watching this live, hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button on the video. Share it. And make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. And when you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. The ManDem United podcast goes live every Tuesday and every Thursday, 5 p.m. There's myself and JV. And we're going to keep bringing you special guests. Like I said, we brought you Moose at the top of the year. So this next Tuesday, we're going to bring you another big special guest. Don't worry about that. Like I said, we're going to keep churning out these top tier lineups on a daily basis. Like I said, better than your barber. And tomorrow on Sarcasm City TV, we got Agenda FC at 5 p.m. So that's myself, Tox, and we have a special guest joining us on that. And then a new show starting 10 p.m. Gyaldem City meets ManDem United podcast. So it'll be myself and Yan City, and you're gonna get that on a regular because you like when we do the mashups, people. So you're gonna get Gyaldem City meets ManDem United, and then that won't always be me and Yan City. You might see Yan City with JV, Yan City, you get me, with Tox, for instance. So yeah, man, we're gonna keep the show rolling. Also, as well, people, this show and all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV are available on audio only platforms. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. If you look underneath the YouTube video, the links for all of them are there on every single video. So you can go to the SoundCloud, you can go to the Spotify, iTunes, wherever else you listen to podcasts. Just type in Sarcasm City. Anything you want to add before we go, JV?
No, bless, man. There's everyone. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, stay safe. And yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah, man. Salute. So I'm heading over on 5 minutes, 6 p.m. I'll be live on Rance's channel, Rance, Saeed, and myself again discussing this. I've been going since 4 p.m. It is what it is, innit? The work don't stop, innit? Like I said, the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? Man's gone from 5 till 6, 6 till 7, and then you'll see me back on Mr. Aaron United's channel at 9. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Man's coming like some sort of podcast, Craig David. Put a podcast on Monday, put a podcast on a Tuesday, 50 on a Wednesday, and put on a Friday, Saturday, and chill on Sunday.
So I wish I chilled on a Sunday. It is what it is. But yes, we will be back. You'll see JV back also. But yeah, Friday, like I said, Agenda FC at 5. Gyaldem City meets ManDem United at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Saturday, you'll get Gyaldem City at midday. And then you're going to get a watch along as well for the United Watford game. And then Sunday, you'll get Sarcasm City podcast at 7. And then the Q&A at 8:30 to take you out. We go live every day, people. And we're adding more shows. But make sure you head over to Rance's channel right now because we're going live in 4 minutes. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.